AI keeps getting cheaper per answer and more efficient per chip. So why are power companies preparing for a surge? Because unit efficiency and total consumption are different numbers. The name for that gap is the Jevons paradox, and it may be the most useful idea for understanding AI's physical footprint. But first, one correction. Most efficiency rebound is not actually the Jevons paradox. In 1865, British economist William Stanley Jevons was studying coal. Steam engines had become dramatically more efficient. The obvious prediction was that Britain would burn less coal. Jevons argued the opposite. Efficient engines made power cheaper. Cheaper power made more mines, factories, ships, and machines economically possible. Each engine needed less coal, but the economy wanted far more engines. His line was blunt. The very contrary is the truth. That is the mechanism. Efficiency lowers the cost of a service, lower cost expands demand, and sometimes demand grows faster than the savings. Here's the whole paradox in one equation. Total resource use equals resource per task, multiplied by the number of tasks. Imagine a chip can do the same job with half the electricity. If usage rises 20%, total energy still falls 40%. Some savings bounce back, but efficiency won. If usage more than doubles, total energy rises. Economists call that backfire. That is the Jevons paradox. The distinction matters because backfire is not a law of nature. A major review found that direct rebound for household energy services in wealthy countries was generally below 30%. People may drive a little farther in an efficient car, but usually not enough to erase all the fuel savings. The size of the rebound depends on the thing. Hot water saturates. There are only so many showers you want. General-purpose tools, transportation, computation, intelligence may have a much higher ceiling. That is why AI looks unusually Jevons-shaped. Stanford's AI Index found that the price of querying a model at roughly GPT 3.5 performance fell more than 280-fold between late 2022 and late 2024. As capable computation gets cheaper, we do not just run old tasks for less. We add agents, longer contexts, generated media, and software that was never worth building before. Hank Green's sharpest example is code. If software becomes radically cheaper, demand may not stop at faster feature releases. Cheap code could create whole categories we have not imagined, the way cheap printing created newspapers. But that is still a forecast. In one randomized 2025 study, experienced open-source developers using early AI tools took 19% longer. A 2026 follow-up suggests newer tools probably help more, but the researchers say the size of the gain is still hard to measure. Meanwhile, the physical trend is clear. The International Energy Agency estimates data centers used about 415 terawatt-hours in 2024 and projects roughly 945 by 2030. Electricity for AI-heavy accelerated servers is projected to grow about 30% per year. Those numbers are consistent with Jevons. They do not prove it. AI demand is also rising because models are more capable, companies are investing hundreds of billions, and entirely new products are appearing. Demand can cause efficiency, just as efficiency can unlock demand. The two often move together. And none of this means efficiency is pointless. In the IEA's high-efficiency scenario, the same level of digital service uses over 15% less data center electricity by 2035. Efficiency is necessary. It is simply not a consumption policy. If the goal is lower emissions or less grid strain, efficiency has to be paired with cleaner power, grid planning, transparent reporting, and prices or limits tied to the absolute resource we care about. So when someone says an AI model uses less energy per query, ask the second question: how many queries will we run? The Jevons paradox does not say catastrophe is automatic. It says a smaller number per task does not guarantee a smaller total. If AI's cost keeps collapsing, the biggest story may not be that each task gets cheaper. It may be the billions of tasks that were never worth doing before. That is not a paradox. It is the business model.